Hey everybody, PC Outcast here, back with more of the main quest of Elder Scrolls Online, and we are heading into the Harborage. This is apparently where the Prophet has set up shop. The best place he could find, most private, but also dump, kind of. Oh yeah, little tip too, pick up everything that you can, especially if you have the crafting bag, like right now. Crafting bag's fantastic. It takes all the crafting materials, which takes up the vast majority of your storage space. And once in a while, when you hit one of these crates, once in a while you get something really good, like a recipe, a purple recipe, or diagram, or something along those lines. Also, especially when you have a new character, hit up all the bookshelves that you come across. You will usually level up the skills, like we did just there. Anything else of interest around here? Ooh, look at this. Backpacks. Yes, backpacks do actually sometimes contain good stuff. Surprisingly often, actually. So do urns. Usually crates only have food, but sometimes you have other stuff. Sometimes crafting materials and stuff. Alright. Oh, wait. Alright. Alright, we're ready, Prophet.
Welcome to the Harborage Vestige. This is as comfortable a home as an old dried-up husk like myself could hope for.
How did you find it?
Despite my blindness, nay, because of it, my other senses seem to have heightened. This place had the right smell about it.
The right smell? Like dank spider webs? That kind of smell? Anyway, when you first appeared to me in Cold Harbor, you spoke of my destiny.
Indeed, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. Without an understanding of where we are bound, every road will get us nowhere. Before we truly understand our destination, we must speak of the past.
A history lesson, then?
Of a sort. I invite you to enter my mind and walk with me through visions of the past, that you might understand the events that brought us to this time, this moment.
Okay.
Enter my mind, Vestige, and walk with me through the shadows of past events.
Follow the Prophet.
Follow me, Vestige, and learn of the events that precipitated our current crisis.
Can I loot anything from your mind? Probably not.
My part in the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life. The Moth Priests took pity upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death. It was there I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study. The scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world.
Okay. So you learned about prophecies, but you went blind to the process, as all moth priests do.
The prophecies of the Elder Scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, the actions of heroic mortals have rewritten them.
What does that have to do with me?
I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions.
And who are the Five Companions?
The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the dragon god, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn.
Dragonborn?
The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true Dragonborn can ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City.
And who was this leader?
Baron Aquilarius, the son of Colobian Duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Varen was not truly a Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition.
Right, and only a member of the Septim bloodline. Septims? Alessian, anyway, for sure. Can light the dragon fires and keep oblivion at bay. Alright, anyway, go on.
You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the 5 companions yourself and witnessed their fate.
Okay. It's here? Yes.
The first companion, Lyris Titanborn, daughter of giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Abner Tharn, a powerful sorcerer and Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Sahan, leader of the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Emperor, Baron Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Mannimarco, the traitor, the King of Worms, a powerful necromancer, and your executioner.
Quite a heady group.
These were the 5 companions who set out from the Imperial City on an epic quest to recover the lost Amulet of Kings.
If Oblivion wasn't already breaking in, what happened to the... where did the Amulet of Kings get off to? Because the Amulet of Kings is supposed to be around the neck of the Emperor for the... I thought it had to be... the Emperor had to actually have it to keep the dragon fires lit. Maybe not. Maybe he just needs the amulet to light the dragon fires. So, who or how could the Amulet of Kings turn Varen into one of the Dragonborn?
Mannimarco convinced Varen that the amulet could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would please Akatosh and entice him to adopt Varen as one of the Dragonborn.
And why did Varen want to be Dragonborn?
By tradition, only the Dragonborn can lay claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by divine right. Varen conquered Cyrodiil and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender.
Okay, tell me about the other tell me about the other companions.
Each of the 5 companions were chosen for their skill and courage, and each was given a special role to perform in the party. Who would you like to know more about?
Well, we'll go down the list. Lyris.
You've already met Lyris. She's a Nord warrior from the frozen lands of Skyrim to the north, and it is said that her family lineage contains the blood of giants. Varen chose her for her strength and her loyalty to be his personal bodyguard.
Okay, Sai Sahan.
Sai Sahan came from a long line of Red Guard Swordmaster nobles. He was the leader of the Dragon Guard, the security detail of Varen and the Elder Council. While Lyris was Varen's bodyguard, Sai was charged with protecting the entire group.
Okay, and Abner.
The Therns are one of the most influential families in Cyrodiil. Abner, their patriarch, is the leader of the Elder Council, a powerful battle mage and a shrewd politician. With his council, Varen was able to seize the Imperial throne years before.
Okay. Okay, and what about Mannimarco?
Mannimarco, the traitor, the great enemy, the most powerful necromancer this world has ever known. His worm cult infiltrates and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who convinced Varen to perform the ritual you are about to witness.
What happened when they performed the ritual?
Disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch and see how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat our world has ever known.
There it is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Mannimarco, you certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of Kings will rekindle the dragon fires and ensure your rightful place as Emperor. You have my word.
It better work, Mannimarco, or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill.
Yeah, arrogance.
By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
You proclaim yourself, eh?
Baron Aquilarius, you are no heir to Alessia. You will pay for your sacrilege. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
They all got knocked down, but not
supposed to
killed.
happen. What's the meaning of this? Mannimarco, what have you done?
Gullible fools! The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Moloch Baal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh, forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
Right, okay.
The ritual tore the veil between Nairn and Oblivion, allowing Mannimarco to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the Dark Anchors and initiate the Planemeld.
What went wrong?
Akatosh gave Alessia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nairn. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra.
And then what happened?
Mannimarco tricked Varen into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nairn was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Burst. It gave Moloch Baal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nairn from their hosts.
And what happened to the other companions?
Varen was lost. In the chaos of the moment, Sai Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Leris was captured by Mannimarco and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Moloch Baal.
What about Abner, Tharn, and Mannimarco?
Tharn remains Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Clibio rules as Empress Regent. But the true power remains in the hands of Mannimarco and his worm cult.
So, I take it this didn't happen that long ago, right? Because when we went to Cold Harbor, we found Lyris there. Yeah, not really sure. I'm wondering what the timeline is here. Anyway, how did you end up in Cold Harbor?
When I discovered the truth about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Mannimarco got word of my interests and abducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me.
So they saw you as a threat?
The truth is always a threat to evil men. Mannimarco feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of Nairn's vulnerability were to become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Moloch Baal does not favor loose ends. Walk with me. Long ago was written, so long as the Amulet of Kings was borne by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of Oblivion. But the Soul Burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Moloch Baal the opportunity he desired. Moloch Baal's dark anchors pierced the torn veil. seek to draw Nern into the depths of Cold Harbor. These terrible engines of destruction have been appearing all throughout Tamriel.
Kind of a crazy idea, right? Shooting down these anchors and then literally pulling Nern into Cold Harbor, or towards Cold Harbor.
If the Lord of Brutality and Domination is successful, he will merge our world and his own in a terrible Planemeld. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity.
Huh.
And so it falls to us, Vistage. We must stop Molag Bal and his dark angers, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the harborage?
Yep, sure, I'm ready.
As you say. And so it begins. The remainder of the story has yet to be written. It is your story now.
Well, you've certainly given me a lot to think about.
And there is so much to do. But know this, you will not walk this path alone.
What's our next move, then?
We must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first you have already met.
Lyris.
Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time.
What should I do in the meantime, though?
Mannimarco's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents, wherever they can be found, and expose their lies.
Alright, well, I'll do what I can.
Forgive me. Bringing you into my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vistage.
Alright. New level! And new goodies, too. Okay, first of all, leveling up. So we get 3 new attribute points and skill points, and the dragon, or dungeon finders unlocked. This is good. Dump those points in there. And, let's see, so that's maxed out. We can actually level that up. We should, go ahead and do that then. We'll do... This one's pretty cool. Unstable wall of elements. The wall explodes when it expires, dealing additional damage. That's pretty good. We also got our Feral Guardian. I'm not sure if I talked about that in the last episode. So this is the sort of the main class ultimate ability for Wardens. They also have Secluded Grove for healing, and in Winter's Embrace got Sleet Storm. But the Feral Guardian is pretty awesome. Does magic damage, sometimes wipes all enemies in front of it, dealing 4,000 magic damage and stunning them for 2 seconds. Once summoned, you can activate Guardian's Wrath for 75 ultimate, causing the Grizzly to maul an enemy for magic damage. Deals 100% more damage to enemies below 25% health. And it's really good. Like, it's tough. It pretty much stays there permanently. I guess you can lose it. I assume you can lose it. Probably. Right, so there you go. That is the next part of the main quest. And sorry it's so short, and it was all story-based. But the next one should be a little bit more interesting. A little bit of combat, and we'll be getting some more background on Lyris. So I'll see you guys then.